See right here, I think, oh, I'll hold off, but then I lose it. That was close that time. I had to slam on the brakes a little bit to bring the front around, which everyone will know is the main technique to use on this. If you start sliding, slam the brakes on, it will come back round. I'm trying to commentate all the way through this, so it's quite difficult at the moment, because I remember in the other races I used to commentate for the first bit and then do like highlights on the end of it and not say anything, and people want actual commentary in the full race all the way through. So that's what I'm trying to do. Obviously at the moment I don't know how long it's been even. Oh, it's been about 23 minutes, brilliant. So this is going to be a slightly long video. Hopefully it will render properly on Vegas. If not, I have to try and find another way of rendering it out and getting the audio in there and everything, but hopefully it'll be okay. And if it's not, I'll have to try and get a new version of Sony Vegas, or maybe get Adobe After Effects or something like that on the go. Because I've got all the software for it, it's just knowing how to use it and what to do with it, basically. Right, we got 3 laps to go. I'm going to try and start making a push at this point, I think, to get Webber. See, I shifted down into first gear there because I overran it on the brakes slightly. What will happen when you overrun the brakes and you shift down at the wrong times? The rear wheels will start trying to spin a lot faster than the front wheels, and the back end will start overtaking the car. You can also lock the rear wheels. That's where you see the majority of the mistakes in Formula 1, really. It's shifting down in heavy braking zones. And of course, if you shift into first gear, you won't get quite as much, or you'll get a bit of better turning. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but it's different gears give you different amounts of turning. It happens on all the cars. It's probably just something to do with the moving parts in there. I don't know, maybe someone can comment and tell me why that is. Why that when you shift into the right gear you get better turning and performance out of the car. See, I'm clued up on various things on motorsport and Formula 1 and whatever, but there are things that completely elude me because I'm not that clever when it comes to that sort of thing. Oh, and I know all about like tyres and the different levels of grip and how you've got like different types of grip going on. You've got a chemical grip at the sort of heat level and molecular level, and then you've just got the friction on the actual circuit. So that's why drivers talk about heat phases and stuff like that. There'll be a phase where the tyres don't have that kind of level of grip. That's why they have to warm them up. Also, then you've got the tyre pressures and things will alter with the heat of the tyres, so that's the main reason you see them weaving around in safety car periods, to keep the heat in the tyres and to keep the pressures right. And that's actually what caused Ayrton Senna's fatal crash, was a safety car period caused the tyres to cool down too much, and the pressures got lowered, and in that time they were using ground effect, and he basically went into the turn, the car bottomed out and he had no steering, straight into the wall, and then obviously the rest is history when the tyre hit his head and everything, which is very sad really. I mean, I remember that was probably the first Formula 1 race that I can actually remember, because I remember I didn't understand exactly what was going on, but I remember seeing the footage, and like my parents were all worried and everyone was, it's just out of the ordinary, so it stuck out. And I remember vividly the ambulance being parked on the track and the car, and just that wide shot of the corner which they kept having, and they wouldn't show any close-ups. So it's sad, but that is my first memory of Formula 1. And there is a movie coming out about Senna, just called Senna, which is apparently amazing. It won an award at the Sundance Film Festival. I've not got a copy of it yet. I know you can get copies because it's been released at different times in different countries. I think it's out sort of April, May or June or July or something like that in the summer over here in the UK. I'm not sure if it's out in America or anything like that, but it should be, whether it'll be released in America even, but you should be looking out for it and watch it, because Senna is an amazing bloke. controversial at times, but I mean, he is a stunner. When it comes to like you watching the footage and stuff, and his attitude on the track and off the track, he would do things that say Schumacher might do, like in terms of ramming someone off the track, but he somehow came out of it being likeable, which is difficult to do. I mean, when he took out Prost, I think it was Suzuka, going into the corner at like 100 and something or other miles an hour, just crashing into him on purpose. I mean, the dedication and the ambition to win in that situation, and he actually said he would do it. I mean, he said if he'd go into the corner, he'd crash into him to win the championship. And he didn't get thrown out of the championship or anything. They let him have it. I mean, those were the days when that sort of thing seemed to be acceptable, particularly if you were him. Whereas Michael Schumacher would never get away with that. I remember when he crashed into the side of, or tried to deliberately crash into Jacques Villeneuve, he got thrown out of that championship. Rightfully so as well, but he's done a lot more controversial things since then. I mean, the recent one where Barrichello forced him to the edge of the wall was a bit naughty, but that's just more about Schumacher being a bit shit, really, I think. Trying to prove a point to his ex-teammate, but Barrichello's a nice bloke. And we all know he's super awesome because he beat Ben Collins of Stig, who is a massive twat. If you actually own his autobiography and read it, that man in a white suit thing, it is shockingly bad. I could not carry on reading. I read like about 5 pages, and I was just like, this guy is such a prick. He is so far up his own arse. It is unbelievable. I mean, I'm quite glad they got a new Stig now. I was really happy when Top Gear started shooting at him in that American episode where they went to the Virginia Raceway, which is where I want to live, by the way, because those houses, oh my god, you've got a flat with a garage and it basically backs onto a racing track. That is my dream. That is what I want to do. I want to have. Not that I'll ever achieve that. I have no ambitions to be any ambition to be a millionaire or get into anything where you'd make lots of money. I'm not going to be a banker or anything like that. I know there are certain people that I know who are like, oh, I'm going to be an investment banker, Alan Sugar is my idol. I'm just like, that is sad. Alan Sugar is not a man to be respected. The fact that he became successful by selling the 3rd best product and then goes around ranting about stupid little apprentice pricks on BBC and then being made a lord. To me, anyone that's a lord doesn't deserve respect. Anyway, you're a lord, for fuck's sake. You've got to be a prick to be a lord. Anyway, let's go off a bit. At this point, I'm deciding to try and catch Hamilton in the last lap because I'm getting close to him here, and my car is feeling really good because it's low on fuel. So I'm pushing like crazy, but at the same time, I don't want to basically crash and lose second place. So I am being a little bit cautious as well. Right, this has gone on for over half an hour now, so I might actually have to do this in 2 parts, thinking about it, because I'm not sure you guys can be able to listen to a full half hour, or whether I'd be able to render out a half-hour clip and put it on YouTube, but we'll have to find out, wait and see. Hopefully I will. But I think you'll agree this has definitely been better than the first 2 episodes. I mean, I've ditched all the semi-fancy graphics and intros and stuff that I did because there's no point with all of that. At the end of the day, it's a commentary. You just want to see the commentary, you want to see the race. And we got our own pretend gamers and my intro on there anyway, so that'll be okay. Here we are, coming up, crossing the line. I'll do the Fernando Alonso celebration here, weaving across the track. Obviously not quite as quick as he does because I'm not that confident. And there we go, my guy is super happy. Finished 2nd in my first race from 7th on the grid. Which is a definite improvement.
Brilliant driving, mate. Brilliant driving.
Damn straight, brilliant driving. Got my achievement for my first podium finish in the career mode. XCI finished only 4 seconds off the lead.
2nd position in the Drivers' Championship.
2 Brits on the top. That's the way it should be. And look at that, better than Ferrari, Mercedes, all of them. They're rubbish. Keep talking over this bit because you get to the post-race interview when you finish on the podium, when you finish on the podium, you get to do the driving thing at the end, conference. And this is quite apt here that I levelled up to level 3 on the 3rd episode. I was tempted to put that as the intro. But you see lovely air hostess looking ladies give me a clap on the way in. There's Lewis Hamilton, which I was sitting next to. Quite a good likeness of him actually.
Your first podium finish in Formula One must be something very special.
I'm elated, but it's been a real team effort. Nah, it's all me. In a Lotus, no fucking chance, but I'm not going to say that. I think it's too early to say, yeah. Can you take the win at the next race? I'll have to wait and see. Because I'm not going to say the car's capable of it, because it's blatantly not. And right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to Melbourne, which will be the next one.
I get the impression that the team are happy with your progress so far this season.